This is the Scrum Possible podcast, true stories from real people making Scrum possible. I'm Kelly Fide. So Mahlodi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So as I was telling you yesterday, I am so looking forward to this interview because you are really a success story to tell in terms of breaking into the Scrum field, into Scrum mastering, and also doing what so many people are trying to do, which is do a career change from what you were doing before to breaking into Scrum mastering. So why don't we start with what's maybe the short version to start with of how did you break into the field and what's happening sort of in your life right now about, your recent successes and then what's about to happen. So let's start there.
Okay, so how I broke into this field of Scrum Mastering. It required a combination of education, mentorship, and practical experience. But because it's not easy to get practical experience, which is why I started doing apprenticeship, and luckily I landed to year one. So after completing that Scrum Master training and certification that I did, I recognized the need for real work experience. So I reached out to seasoned Scrum Master trainer and also Agile coach Pavel, and I asked him if he could mentor me. So he graciously agreed and also provided me with valuable guidance and opportunities. So through his mentorship, I gained practical knowledge and also confidence that was needed for me to enter into this field. So eventually, I was given a chance to work as a Scrum Master role, or should I say, the Scrum Teaching Assistant, which marked my entry into the field. So, and from there, he saw a potential in me and he started giving me more work. And I proved myself to be more experienced in the role. So he decided to actually take me permanent. So every month when there's classes, I assist him. Not only with that, so he gets clients that need coaching, how they can assist their team to improve better on their performance and also their processes, because most of them, they still hybrid. They're trying to get into agile, but they're not fully agile, which is quite challenging for them.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things I wanted to ask you is how did you get the idea to go back to your Scrum trainer who's in where you did the training in South Africa, where you're located now?
Yes, I did
Okay.
the training here in SA.
Okay. So how did you get the idea to go back to your Scrum trainer and ask him if he could mentor you? Let's start there because I thought that was a really brilliant idea.
Yes, so the reason why I went to him is because I already have a relationship with him. So I just assumed that because he knows me from the training, it would be easy compared to asking someone who has never trained me. So it would be like, I just want to gain knowledge from them, but there's nothing that I can give back to them. And luckily, they trusted me because, I told them what I would do actually, because I was not really looking for a job then. I just wanted to gain work experience, not
Mm-hmm.
money. I was not chasing money. So, yeah.
Okay. I thought you said a couple of things right there that are real diamonds. Since you're in South Africa, we'll use diamonds. Anyway, uh, real diamonds. One of the words that you just used that really is catching my attention is the word relationship. You said you already had a relationship with him.
Yes.
And I think that's so key because a lot of people think that networking means you have to sort of reach out to people who you don't have a relationship with, and maybe they're too busy to even reply to you, and certainly some of that can be valuable, but just the fact that you reached out to someone that you already had a relationship with seems so valuable because he already knew you. And what was his response when you reached out to him? What did he say?
When I reached out to him, he was excited as well. Because even now, when I told him that I got a job, he was like, "Are you still going to be part of my team? Because it's a part time thing." So I said yes. And it's like, he's glad. So I think maybe he was also looking forward to have someone he could actually mentor, sort of like giving back to the community or something, to do
Mm.
something. Yes.
Yeah, I and that's another phrase that you just said that's really catching my attention, which is giving back. That
Yes.
he wanted to give back to the community. And I know you well enough at this point after how long have we known each other? About 6 months, something like
Yes.
that.
6 months.
I know, yeah, so I know you well enough by now to know that giving back is also important to you. Did I get that right or did I get that
Yes,
wrong?
you got it right.
What's important to you about giving back?
Because as you grow, there are people out there who are also looking for skills and to upskill themselves. So I think it's only fair enough to take them through the right process and the right steps to get where you got. Because there was also a point, maybe all of us, we started somewhere, we didn't know anything. So I think it can be a continuous thing that we do. It's a continuous learning for us as well, because we get to learn different things from the people that are coming after us and asking what can they do, how can they get where you are today.
Mhm. It's almost like a virtuous cycle, so to speak.
Yes.
The other thing you said that I really like because I think it's extremely effective for getting a job is you said that you were not chasing money
Mhm.
when you asked him to mentor you. Can you talk a little
Yes.
bit more about that? What did you mean by that?
So I think a lot of people now, they just want to get into the job for the money and not for skills or to gain work experience. They want to get into that career because maybe they've seen someone who's doing it from outside. It looks nice for them or exciting, but there is quite a lot. There's challenges within the role, and it requires someone who has passion. And if you're passionate, you can even do it for a week without getting money because you enjoy doing the job. But if you do not enjoy or you don't have the passion, then you will not want to learn. You will just be there to get money.
Mm. So you're saying if your only goal or if your primary goal is to get money, which Scrum Master job is a very well paying job, then that's probably not going to get you the job, right?
Yes.
It's kind of a
Unless
weird
if you're
pair.
lucky.
Unless if you're lucky,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and the odds of that are kind of difficult to predict. Um, so how long did you mentor with Pavel? Is that his name?
Yes. Just
Yeah, how
after
long?
I've completed the Scrum Master Apprenticeship with your program, then
Mhm.
when you were telling us to network, it started there. I think it was in May, somewhere mid May, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm, mhm, in May. And so let's see. So you mentored with him what about 3 months? So like May, June, July, maybe
Yes.
August, 4 months, something like that.
Hmm.
And let's skip a little bit because you got a job
Yes.
and you're starting on Monday. Is that right?
Monday. Yes. Hmm.
Oh my gosh, I just feel like cheering, like, wow, huge congratulations. What are
Thank
you going to
you.
be doing? And yeah, what industry?
It's a
What are you?
media industry, but there's a department where they develop softwares. So it's a vicinity media. So they are the leading location data in Africa.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So are they a large company, medium sized, small?
They are, because they have another branch in Cape Town.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is so exciting.
So
And
plus minus 500 employees.
500. Okay, so they're
Mm.
maybe a medium-sized company
Yes.
compared to, yeah,
Mm.
everything else. So, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you're starting with them as a Scrum Master, correct?
As a Scrum product owner, but I'll be working as a Scrum Master as well.
As well. Okay. Well, that's
Yes.
going to be
So it's
really
like I'll be
interesting.
doing, yes, but the
So
title
you'll be
is
doing,
Scrum product owner.
okay. So that's
Mm-hmm.
actually a really good point, which is your initial goal was Scrum Master, but
Mm-hmm.
your doorway into the field is
Yes.
Scrum Product Owner, and that can work. That can work.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you may find out you like being a product owner, but it sounds like you're also going to be asked to be a Scrum Master. So how's that
Yes,
going to
I'll be
work?
doing both.
Playing both of those
It's
roles.
gonna work
You'll be
perfectly fine
doing.
because I enjoy doing both of them, which is why I did my
Mm-hmm.
Scrum product owner training as well last year when I took the Scrum Master. After that,
Huh.
then I just decided to do the Scrum product owner as well.
I see. So that is so interesting because if you talk to the pure Scrum people, they'll say,
Mhm.
don't have the same you know what I'm
Mm.
going to say. They'll say,
Yes.
like, don't have the same person doing the product owner role and the Scrum Master role because they're two
Mhm.
different roles and they have conflicting priorities. The
Yes.
product owner owns the backlog, they want their features. The Scrum Master's job is to protect the team, sometimes from the product owner.
Yes.
So to protect the team,
Mm.
get blockers
Yes.
removed, hold the events. But in my simple view of the world, I think it can work, especially if you do what you saw me do, actually, or actually you did it in the Scrum Master Apprentice program, which is we talked about putting on different hats. Like now you're
Yes.
wearing the hat of the Scrum Master. Okay, now you're wearing the hat of the product owner. So
Mhm.
how do you plan to succeed at doing that and succeed at both roles?
So, based on what I know, and I plan on actually knowing who my team is. I want to know them very well. And I just want to tell them that me being there as the Scrum Master, I want to ensure that they build the product using the right process and they also
Mm-hmm.
build the right product with that process. So I
Mm.
don't think it's going to be that challenging for me because I know how to do them both. And
Mm-hmm.
also knowing when to actually leverage which skill, when to
Mm-hmm.
use, when to, it's about planning. So I need to have planning all the time. So I need to plan what am I doing today and with meetings as well, because I'm just there
Yeah.
to facilitate those meetings. But at the same time, I'm there to manage their product backlog.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love what you said about you're gonna kind of tune in on which skill you need at
Mm-hmm.
which time
Yes.
and then leverage that. And you also said something else that I really like, that this is a slight diversion from Scrum Mastering, but this is about being a good product owner. You said, I'm going to help the team build the right thing. So that's number one. And I'm going to help them build it in the right way.
Mm.
So building the right thing, so like the right product, the thing that the customer is going to be happy with,
Yes.
and then building it the right way, and that's more Scrum Mastering and
Mm.
probably coding standards and stuff like that. So do you know like where your team is based, and are they remote, or is everyone in Cape Town, or how is it going to work?
It's hybrid. Most of the ones that I'll be working with, they based in Joburg. So
Uh-huh.
so on Monday, from Monday, because I'll be there and I don't know them, we will be there face to face. And
Nice.
it's the UX team, the UIX designers and user
Oh,
interface designers. Yes.
how exciting. So I'm guessing they're going to be a pretty creative group of people, given that their
Yes.
UI UI UX. And for people that might be new to UI UX, tell us what's
Mhm.
UI and what's UX. What does that mean?
So user interface designers usually they design the it's like the layout of how or the product should look like. When you click, for example, on your shopping cart, the experience, what is how should it look like so that you enjoy using that platform. They need to make it in a way that it can keep you using the platform or the service for a period of time, because other people don't enjoy using certain platforms, maybe because of how they look, they feel, or the experience,
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've all been to websites where, like, say you want to do a thing. Like me, I was shopping for silk blouses. I wanted a sleeveless silk
Mhm.
blouse. But the website I was on didn't tell me sort of what to do or what to do next or how to find that thing. And eventually I just went to another website. So they lost my business. So what
Oh.
you're doing is going to be really important.
Mm.
Um, okay, so this is really cool. And for our international listeners, when you say Joburg, you mean Johannesburg,
Johannesburg. Yes.
South Africa.
Yeah.
And I know that in Johannesburg and in South Africa, that there are many different languages. We were talking a little bit yesterday. There's Zulu, right? And you speak
Mhm.
Zulu, right? But
I
then
speak
what?
all of them.
Oh, it's incredible. So, what are the languages that
So
you speak?
I speak Zulu, Venda, Tswana, Tsonga, and also Sepedi, which is Northern Sotho, and there's also South Sotho, which is Sotho, but they call it South Sotho. And there's Siswati, and there's also Afrikaans.
Oh my God! So I was counting on my fingers. That's 8 languages, 9 because
So
you
there's
speak
9. I
English.
forgot Xhosa to include Xhosa.
Oh, so that's 10 including English.
Yes.
That's so impressive.
Yes.
So impressive. So what's the official language of the company that you're joining, since I'm sure your team members are all going to have different native
English.
languages? English. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of the international language
Mm.
lately. It makes it easy for English
Mm.
speakers. Um, so let's back up a little bit because I know that you did a lot of things to get to where you are today, which is
Mhm.
today's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday. So you're 3 days away from starting your
Yes.
Scrum job. And I know you did, yeah, that's like amazing. And I know you did so many things to get there. So the first thing we talked about was you went to your Scrum trainer and you asked if he could mentor you.
Mhm.
So I just want to call that out because sometimes people don't really think of that, but I think that's something good for people to know that um, don't be afraid to ask people to mentor you.
Mhm.
I usually mentor about one person per quarter for free. And then my one on one coaching I do separately. And that's part of my livelihood and it's quite expensive. But like you, I like to, it's important to me to give back um, to people and to the agile community. And so I've had people mentor, and sometimes I say yes if I'm not mentoring someone at the time, and sometimes I say no if I'm already mentoring someone, and it just depends. So I think I love that example that you asked someone. And what was it like for you reaching out to him? Were you nervous? Were you confident? What emotions or feelings did you have at the time?
I was confident because I mean there is no way you cannot be confident when you want to learn, because you are not
Oh,
asking a job. You are asking to learn from someone who has the experience and the knowledge.
yeah.
So you actually asking them to help you with their wealth of knowledge, what they know, and how you can succeed. And
Mhm.
sometimes, most of them, when you reach out to them, they don't come back. They just ignore you, which is okay because people are different. And
Yeah.
others, maybe because they simply busy, their schedules are quite hectic. So they cannot mentor you based on certain reasons. And also because I remember there was a lady when I asked to volunteer at their company and also mentor me, she said no because of their policies and procedures that are in place. So I
Yeah.
understood. So I think it really depends with the company as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is, not only were you asking him to help you, but you came in with an attitude of helping him.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about how that developed in terms of what were some of the ways that you started to help him.
So usually when he's busy, I would assist him planning because he's always said that he needs people who will help him to improve his content when he's delivering his classes and also when he's coaching his clients. And I assisted him draft those. So he liked them and he started saying, "Oh, okay, actually, I do have another client next week. Can you help me plan the whole thing? Because you've
Wow.
drafted this one and I liked it." So I spent the whole weekend planning it and it was successful. He liked it and then he started giving me more work. He will call me in. Sometimes I help him remotely. Sometimes I
Mhm.
go to their offices, which is not
Mhm.
really far from where I live. It's like 45 minutes drive to the
Mhm. Oh, that's so amazing.
place.
So I think one thing that's standing out to me is the weekend work. Like, you made that extra effort because I
Yes.
know over these past months or years you also have a job, right? You have a job, like another job
Yes.
that you were going
Mm.
to, and I know you were taking classes and you did the Scrum Master Apprentice program with me. So you made that extra effort. So what were some of the skills that you used that weekend to help improve his content so people can get a sense of some of the skills that they will need as Scrum Masters or even Scrum product owners?
So what I the skills that I used, it's the skills that I gained from when I was doing the program, and also creativity. How can I plan? And also doing the, when you're doing a cheat sheet where people can actually communicate, I also did that. And I also included examples and I gave him what the team can do to actually learn. If the other team can, maybe the other party can just if maybe they attending a class and they've never heard of what a scrum master is doing, or a product owner, maybe they can act as the client, and then the other one will act as the agile coach. And then after that, then there will be
Ooh.
meta coaching, where they tell them how did you coach the person, what works and it doesn't, how does it work, all
Hmm.
those things.
I love that. So you did you came up with exercises, it sounds like.
Hmm.
And there were some of them were role plays, and then after
Yes.
the role plays there were debriefs, is that right?
Mm. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy to hear. That's awesome. And you mentioned cheat sheets, which are so helpful when people are getting started. So what tool or tools did you use to create the cheat sheets?
Canva.
Canva. What's
Yes.
Canva? Tell us about that. We all love Canva, but for people who are
So,
new, what is that?
so Canva, it's like a platform. It's a software actually that you can actually use to create a lot of stuff, documents, even birthday cards. It just helps you design a lot of stuff. And what I like about it is if you choose, when you click on post, it even gives you design templates that you can use, or you can start your own template from the scratch.
Hmm. So, what were the design templates that you used to get started on the cheat sheets?
So I went through the examples that I saw, but I decided to create my own from the scratch using the colors as well that I like. Also included pictures so that people don't really get bored by just looking at the words, but they really want to see what is this, and then they read. And it was not too much words, but there were just like so many pictures so that they understand. So if I'm talking about a software, I'll also provide a software there, what it looks like, and also examples of, I'll put people there, the team. I'll put a Scrum Master there teaching or maybe writing anything, or even if it's a Scrum product owner, I'll include pictures, what they're doing, they writing user stories, and
Mm,
also doing presentations. It really helped me because I did a presentation there instead of using PowerPoint, because it doesn't give me other resources like Canva. So Canva gives you a lot of features. It has a lot of features that you can actually use, where now people get to see, oh, okay, this is what they're doing. An example of a sprint review. I've also put a video there, the link. So during the class, they could just click on the link and see, oh,
mm,
let's see how this meeting went. What can I learn from it? How is it
mm,
facilitated?
mhm. Well, I might steal that idea from you because I am so used to PowerPoint, but I feel like I'm going to cry if I see one more PowerPoint deck because, so much training is sort of death by PowerPoint
Mm-hmm.
and kind of boring. And it sounds like what you created in Canva um, is very engaging with the role
Yes.
plays, the videos, the exercises. Um, so, how long was the training or workshop offering that you created? Is it like a 1 hour workshop, a 1 day, or what's the duration?
It usually takes 2 days.
Two
So
days.
most
Okay.
of the things and the exercises that I do, he incorporates them into already what he has.
Hmm.
Yes.
So
So because it
basically, he
takes,
shared. Go ahead.
yes, yes, he does share with them.
So okay, so he shared his content with you and said, "Hey,
Hmm.
Mahlodi, I'm interested in having you help me improve my content." So you took
Yes.
his content and you worked to improve that. And was his content also originally in Canva or was it in PowerPoint?
The content he has is, it's a PDF format, but
Okay.
it also has a lot of drawings because he likes drawing and he's really
Yeah.
good because he uses Miro. Even during the class, he will just go to the Miro board, and all of us, when we're looking there, he uses Miro board to do his drawings and they just come out perfect.
I love
But
it.
with
Yeah.
me, yes, but with me, I'd rather use pictures and other symbols that I get from Canva because I'm not good at drawing, especially using Miro.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, you can't be worse than me. I'm terrible at drawing,
Mm.
and and I know that we used Miro in the Scrum Master Apprentice program and had some fun with that. Um, for people who are new to Miro, tell us what's Miro and what are some ways that you've seen Miro get used in Scrum.
So AmiRobot, it's like a collaborative tool that remote teams can use. So most of the time when he's delivering his classes, if we want to work on an exercise together as a team, we click on the link. You can sign up, and as soon as he sends the link on the chat, everyone clicks there. You can join as a guest, and we can see what everyone is doing on the board. So if you're moving, I can see, oh, Kelly's doing this, you're moving this. It's
Yeah.
really nice. I love it.
Oh, yeah. It makes things so easy, especially when
Mm,
people are in different locations. I guess, like your team is going to be. So, after you have your face to face meeting in Johannesburg the first day or the first week,
yes.
where are they located? Like, are they in different African countries or are they all inside South Africa? Are they all in
They
Joburg?
all
Where
in
are
South
they?
Africa. Most of
Okay.
them they in Johannesburg, and then I think few of them they in Cape Town.
Okay. And how far is Cape Town from South Africa?
From Johannesburg.
I mean, yeah, I'm not quite
Yes.
awake from
You have
Johannesburg.
to take a flight because otherwise, if you leave here, you will get there the next day.
Oh,
So
so it's pretty
yes,
far.
it's
Okay.
pretty far.
So I'm thinking like between Los Angeles and San Francisco, or maybe Los Angeles, Chicago, I don't know. But anyway, the point is they can't all be on site every day. So
Yes.
having a collaborative tool like Miro is going to really make a difference, I'm
Mm,
guessing.
yes.
Um, one of the things that the main thing really that struck me when you and I first met was your incredible focus on your goal of getting into the Scrum field and your determination. So, can you talk about what powers you internally? Because you are internally motivated. Sort of what's that fire inside of you that's your engine that has made you so focused and so determined on to get this goal?
I think it's the passion. You know, when you love something, you will pursue it. Like you will go to the end until you get it. So I think it's the passion.
The
It's or maybe
patience, you say?
yes, the passion,
Pa- Wait, patience? I'm not sure what you're saying.
passion, or should I say
Patient, like,
love? I think yes. I think maybe it's the love for it because when you love
what is?
something, you can
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, if you have a baby and they decide to leave and go to live in another country, you will video phone call that child every day just to make
Oh
sure
yeah,
they're okay.
yeah,
Or you
yeah.
will even go to the very end to protect them. So,
Oh
for
yeah.
example, if you love your job or you have a dream, even if you lose that job somewhere, you will still go and look for it elsewhere where you can
Mm,
actually practice your skills because you love doing that. So you can't
mm,
just sit and, but if you don't have the love for something, then it's pointless. Like even if you wake up the next day and you're not doing it, you'll still be fine. But if you do love, you will do all the necessary things that you have to do to make sure that you're still doing what you love.
hmm. And what is it that you love about Scrum and Agile?
What I love about Scrum and Agile, I think it's the challenges and the chances that come with the work, and also the values, continuous values of improvement, and also the idea of the framework, and that could enhance the teamwork and also streamlining the processes, and also the fact that it promotes transparency in project management. There's
Mm-hmm.
Scrum principles as well of iterative development and self-organization. And I love the fact that it's you working with people. So I enjoy working with people. I don't just want to sit there alone. For example, like developers. Developers, most of them, they don't talk. They just want to do what they do and deliver the code. But when you are doing the Scrum Master job or you are working as a product owner, you will talk to everyone from other departments as well if there are any dependencies. So it's more like, because I'm not antisocial, I just love talking to people. So even this
Mm-hmm.
job, it gives me that opportunity to be around those people and talk.
Mm-hmm. Would you describe yourself as more of an extrovert or more of an introvert or in the middle? Where extrovert is someone who gets their energy from interacting with other people, introvert is someone who gets energized by just quiet time, like reading a book. Where would you describe yourself on that scale?
I'm an extrovert.
Uh, that's what I thought you were going to
Yes.
say because you said, you love talking with people versus like a developer. A lot of developers are introverts. I'm an introvert, but a developer likes to just, sort of hyper focus, and that's partly what makes them good at what
Yes.
they do. And I can just feel your excitement as you describe all of those things you love. And I think what's really standing out to me is you didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to think about what's the list of the things I love because it's just natural to who you are.
Mm. Yes.
And the other thing that's coming out is emotional intelligence. Like you already brought a high level of emotional intelligence,
Mm.
and you're bringing it to the role, and that's going to help you. So I think that's my next question for you. What do you feel is the role of emotional intelligence in working as a Scrum Master or a Scrum product owner?
You need to be able to understand people. You need to practice getting to. Sometimes you can just look at someone, you need to study their behavior. Sometimes by just looking at the behavior, you know how they feel, and you know if they don't like something. Even if you ask them and you say yes, they say yes, I like it, but you know they don't like it because of
Yeah.
the certain way they behaved. Maybe they just saying yes to please other team members, and you need to also be able to put yourself in their shoes. When you telling them to do something, you need to understand how they feel about it. You need to ask them if they're okay with it. You cannot just start and telling people this is what we're going to do, but you don't know how those people feel about what you're giving them to do. So you need to also sit where they can actually tell you if they agree with certain things or not. You need to give them a chance to also express their emotions and feelings, because we're different
Mm,
people. So other people, they just like that. Before they do something, they want to ask questions. Why should I do it? And why should I do it this way? Because I feel like
mm,
I want to do
mm,
it this way. And you need to also understand where they come from. Do you want to also give them a chance and prove to them that their emotions also matter, and
mm.
do it their own way and see if it's working?
Okay. So on the topic of understanding people,
Hmm.
I love that you mentioned that because one of the ways that we need to understand each other in Scrum is we need to understand people from different cultures, because it's very common to have, say a Scrum team of 10 people and they're from 5 different countries. I know I can say every day in my work I'm in meetings with people from 3, 4, 5, 6 different countries. Just today, I'm going to meet with someone from Scotland, the UK, Germany, India, and Singapore, and that's just one day. And so, yeah, so and that's typical in Scrum. And so I know that um, in South Africa there are many different cultures, and
Yes.
I'm guessing that the people on your team will be from different cultures and have different
Mm.
native languages. So, what are some of the cultures that you think will be represented on your team, and how do you plan to cultivate kind of a multicultural awareness where you understand them and they understand each other?
So most of them, I think they're going to be Zulu and Tswana.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
most Zulu people, they can speak Tswana, and most of them also they can speak Zulu. So if
Uh-huh.
they comfortable to communicating with one another in their own language that I can also understand, I think it will be much easier, and also promote an environment where they are comfortable. And also, unless if maybe they are clients, we have meetings, then we should speak English, all of us, and hopefully they will not have a problem
Uh-huh.
with that, because that's the language we use at workplaces here in SA. But most of them,
Sure.
unless when they get home, yes, then we communicate in our own languages.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Um, so to close out, here's my sort of excited question for you. What is something that you're, looking forward to in your new
um,
Scrum job?
I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and the environment as well. Their building is very beautiful, so I cannot wait.
Mhm.
And the
Well, I'm
culture, because
excited.
interview.
Uh-huh.
They are so nice. Like I've never met such people in my entire life in the past months. Except that yes, I did meet someone like you because you are also so nice. It feels like you and I have been knowing each other for years.
Yeah, it does feel like that. Yeah, definitely. It's very comfortable. It's like we're next door neighbors, you know?
Yes.
Um, well, I'm excited for you, and I'm also really excited to follow up with you and
Thank
maybe
you.
interview you again, say in 3 months, and find out.
Okay, yeah.
So
That would be
what
really
what
cool.
yeah, like so yeah, like what were your first 3 months like, and what did you learn? And I feel like
Yes.
you're the living embodiment of Scrum, because Scrum is all about continuous improvement, and I've
Yes.
seen you apply that to yourself and to your own career development with
Mm,
your dream of getting into this field that you are now fulfilling. And oh my gosh,
yes.
congratulations, sincerely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me today on Scrum Possible. I appreciate you being part of our community. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to stay updated. Your support means a lot and helps others find me. Don't forget to leave a review if you can. Your feedback is really valuable. And please do share my podcast with your friends. And remember, there's a whole library of past episodes with more content you'll love. I look forward to having you with me next time. Until then, stay curious and keep listening. I'm Kelly Fide.